Homegirl and friend of the show, Cinna, tweets out something very basic. If you are a male streamer on Twitch who has not once spoken up in support of women creators on this platform, then shame on you. You have the power to influence the young men of your communities so that way they don't harass female streamers. Stand with us. Now, I'm not gonna scroll through this and look at these replies in detail, but what I will do is sort of refute a lot of the common claims that people make in regards to this, right? So a lot of times you'll see men that don't talk out or don't like have political views or don't talk out in support of women or whatever. And their reason for not doing that is because like, I just don't want to have an influence. I don't want to be an influencer. You know, my stream, they're their own people. They, you know, I can't, who am I to tell them how to live their lives? Blase, 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 blah. You don't want to have an influence. You don't want to be an influencer. Then don't be a fucking streamer. This is not the job for you, because whether or not you accept it or you agree with it, you have influence, period. And how you move on your streams and how you move publicly will inevitably rub off on the people that watch you. Be a fucking adult. You say, oh, all my viewers are adults, they can make their own decisions. So can you. And you're consciously making a decision to not guide your audience who is impressionable of you into ways where they can be better people. You want to know why you get sponsorships for Raid Shadow Legends for like a few $1,000s, my guy? The reason you get that is because these companies realize that you have an influence over your audience. You think your audience is playing Raid fucking Shadow Legends if it doesn't go ahead and support you? They're fucking playing that game and downloading that shit to support you because you influenced them to do that. So now imagine if you came out and you said, hey, let's treat women with some respect. Maybe that would rub off on them too. And furthermore, it's so crazy. It's so crazy how y'all could get on your fucking streams, on your fucking Twitter, your Reddit threads, your whatever the fuck you want, on your YouTube videos and be like, these women showing titties and showing ass on stream. Well, what are they doing to the platform? Think of the kids, think of the kids. But you don't gotta think of the kids when you being misogynist and racist and homophobic and transphobic. What that mean? Oh, but when it's you, oh, I don't have influence over them. They're their own people. They can do whatever they want. So the same should also be applied to people that make sexual content, no? Except what's actually crazy is that the sexual content creators that you love to bring up, that you love to bash, are doing a better job at trying to lead these people to better thought processes than you ever could. Because guess what? A lot of these sex workers that you might call them, or a lot of these Twitch thoughts that you talk about so openly and so negatively, a lot of the times, what are they tweeting about? Black Lives Matter, supporting women, real social issues that real people, real marginalized groups of people are fighting with every day. They're tweeting in support of like, yo, Twitch, let's stop these hate raids, bro. These hate raids is kind of ridiculous. Oh, but they showing ass, so they don't really matter for real. But you can sit there and be like, oh, the hate raids are no real big deal. Like just go into sub-only mode and then it's gone. What the fuck is the problem? Disregarding the fact that people get attacked for simply existing. Not only people of color, but also women. So the same people that you say, oh, just get over it, blah, 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 they're being impacted by the shit in very real ways. You say, oh, it's not that serious. People on the internet are gonna troll. People on the internet are gonna do this, that, and the third. But it's a difference when when the way that you are made up, when what makes you you just existing is an invitation for vitriolic attacks. And it's so crazy because the same type of people be like, oh my God, people on Twitter are mean to me because I'm a white dude with a beard that has a nano leaf in the background. Look, I'm not white. It's okay. I get it past. So now imagine you feeling all attacked. You feeling all victimized. Imagine that on a much larger scale. Imagine your grandparents not being able to own property, not being able to apply for business loans. Now imagine if that prejudice was your reality. You get roasted because your hairline is back here and you try to comb that shit over and wear fucking baseball caps to cover the shit up. We know you're balding, nigga. Get rid of it. Your hair thin as a bitch. No one gives a fuck. See, those are just jokes. Those are just jabs, right? But actual hatred is something completely different. And guess fucking what, man? It does not take a lot to come out and say, hey, stop harassing women on Twitch. Hey, women are people too. It doesn't take a lot. But the fact that you're not even willing to do that fucking bare minimum speaks volumes to your fucking character. Oh, it's not gonna change anything. I can't do nothing to change it. People are gonna be people. Yes, you can change it. You have influence. The reason why brands refer to us as influencers is because we have influence over our audience. When we say any primers and motherfuckers prime, that's influence. When we say, oh my God, guys, we're almost at 20,000 followers on Twitter. Can you guys follow me on Twitter? And they follow you on Twitter, that's influence. When you say, hey guys, today's stream is sponsored by Audible. Sign up for an Audible free trial and it supports the stream. And they sign up for Audible, that's influence. So now imagine if just for 2 fucking seconds out of your busy day, for 2 fucking seconds, you said, hey guys, let's be a safe place for women real quick. Let's not call them sluts and whores for having titties. Let's treat them with some form of respect. What she is doing right here is advocating for quite literally the bare fucking minimum. You can try to run away from your influence, from your power, but face the facts. You're using that shit when it suits you. But when it comes to actually making a change for something or actually standing for something, you spineless fucking cowards, you run away. And I understand to a certain degree, because if you start standing up for women or standing up for other marginalized groups of people on the internet, guess what? You're gonna get called a simp, an SJW. You're gonna be like, oh, you blinded by the media, you got indoctrinated, and they not gonna fuck with you no more, bro. That's gonna happen. It's true. Your little fan base, they're not gonna fuck with you no more. They gonna move along to the next Twitch streamer because all you niggas are a dime a dozen. None of you niggas are unique at all. So you get to this position of power and you wanna hold on to it. And I get that. But what the fuck does that have to say about you if you're scared of that shit happening and that shit running rampant in your community? When the whole Black Lives Matter situation was at a head last year and the whole Me Too movement really like collided together around the same time, a lot of influencers were scared to speak out over losing followers. And a lot of influencers did speak out and a lot of influencers did lose followers. I ain't never worried about that a day in my fucking life, because the fact of the matter is that I've crafted and cultivated my community to be one that is open and accepting of all marginalized groups of people. Trans people, gay people, anybody else on that spectrum, women, men, anybody of different races, black, don't fucking matter. Anybody is welcome here. So when I tweeted about this shit, I know who my audience is. It's them. I wasn't scared about shit. And if you are scared about that type of shit, that speaks volumes to you. Why are those people around in your community? Is it because you're inviting that shit? I'm not gonna go ahead and say that. Maybe you aren't inviting that shit. Maybe you do secretly agree with that stuff and you're scared to speak out because you know that that type of community is rampant on Twitch. And that's just the facts of the matter. And I know a lot of bigger streamers that don't check their chats and don't check their viewer base because frankly, the people that are misogynistic or being racist or homophobic or transphobic or anything like that, yeah, it's jokes, yeah, it's memes, yeah, nobody's serious, but those jokes hurts and those jokes mean something to people. The hate raids are no big deal. This poor girl was playing fucking Among Us. Guy hate raided, N-bombs dropped on her relentlessly. She is crying on stream. How dare you say the hate raids don't affect anybody? How dare you say the hate raids aren't a big deal, aren't real? Do you really lack any empathy at all? And it's not like, oh, you know, I mean, what do you want Twitch to do? How can they control? Nigga, am I $1 million corporation, $1 billion corporation? Nigga, no. They backed by fucking Amazon. Find a fucking way. I could order a strap-on right now and it'd be here by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You telling me you can't figure out how to stop a bunch of fucking bots from calling me an N-word in my chat? Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. You telling me you can scan my stream 24/7 trying to find an ounce of copyrighted material to ban me, but you can't stop a bot from calling me the N-word? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's asking you to be a fucking freedom fighter, nigga. Nobody's asking you to take up an AK-47 and just be like, ah. Bare minimum. Be responsible with your audience. Teach these dumb asses a fucking thing or two. I've had many people in my community come into this stream much different people than they are now. Because yeah, look, I love edgy jokes, actual edgy jokes, not an edgy joke that is just really fucking racist at the end of the day. I like saying fucked up shit. I think that shit is hilarious. But at the end of the day, nobody in chat's ever questioning my morality. No one in chat's ever gonna question, what does Omega think about women or black people or anything? That's never gonna be a question, because I know when there's a time and place for everything. And when there's a time where women need support, when there's a time where somebody needs help, we rise up to that occasion. My actions speak for me. So I don't even really need to be gumming up on this tangent. I don't really need to be coming up on here saying this shit. But when y'all get on Twitter and you attack one of my friends for asking for the bare minimum out of you, and you want to say, oh, not my responsibility, but you bitching about hot tub streams and you bitching about fucking girls in a bird mask fucking pecking at a goddamn 360-degree mic as if it impacts you in any fucking way. Get the fuck over yourself. Talking about, oh, what about the kids? What does this say about Twitch? What does it say about Twitch when everybody in chat's a fucking racist, homophobic, transphobic piece of shit? How about that? Everybody's like, oh, it's so brand risk to have sexual content. It ain't brand risk to say the N-word in chat. Is that not brand risk? Y'all really only give a fuck about shit that directly impacts you. And if you're not a woman or you're not black or anything like that, oh, you don't gotta worry. Oh, it's just a hate rate, guys. Just pay it no mind. Because you don't know what it's like to have somebody in the real fucking world, in the real life, call you the N-word. And you don't know what it's like when you see the hatred behind someone's eyes just for your skin being brown in real life. You say it's a joke, it's this, it's that. How the fuck we supposed to know? We see that shit and it triggers our fight or flight because we've been through this shit our whole lives. We've had a whole fucking life before we started streaming on Twitch. I'm 27 years old. I can't describe to you the amount of experiences I've had with that bullshit. Yeah, it starts as jokes. It's memes. Ha 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 ha. But that is exactly how motherfuckers get radicalized. Because once you're okay with laughing at it, it starts to become a less serious topic, right? Oh, you laughing at racism and shit like that. You laughing at that stuff, right? So now it becomes a little less serious in your head. So when actual racist shit starts happening, you're able to brush it under the rug because it ain't that serious. It's jokes. It's tryhards on the screen when a black dude walk in. It's come on bros on the screen when a black dude steals a car in GTA. It's just jokes, right? All it is harmless. Understand your fucking influence, because honestly, there's just no sympathy. You're not responsible. People can make their own decisions. You don't even believe that. You're saying that because you want to be absolved of any responsibility, because you don't want to have that discussion. And that could be for multiple reasons. Maybe you don't actually support these women, or maybe you're just ignorant. You don't see how it's a big deal. Or maybe you're scared that you'll lose your audience if you do so. And if it's that third one, I highly recommend you readjust and revalue or reassess how you run your channel. Because at the end of the day, this well is gonna dry up one day, man. It's gonna be one day where I'm irrelevant, you're irrelevant, he's irrelevant, she's irrelevant. Our time is coming. We can't be streamers forever. And would you really want your whole legacy, your whole career to be one where you cater to misogynists and racists and people that are homophobic or transphobic? What kind of bullshit is that? Think of the example you set. And you can say, oh, my audience isn't kids, that way. You know that's not true, man. You know that's not true. Like, I try to make my audience as 18 plus as humanly possible, but I'd be a fucking idiot to realize that there are still very many people that watch me that are under the age of 18. Some of them are even under the age of the TOS to even be on the fucking platform. You can say you don't want to be an influencer. You're not intending to influence anybody all you want, but that doesn't change the fact of the matter that you do influence. So if you know you have an influence, if you know you can influence, why would you not do the absolute bare minimum to be a good influence? It's literally the bare minimum fucking requirement. Simple as that.